Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. How you guys all doing today? So we are into January, and yes, it's selling time. So I'm making a start on selling some wood chips, which is getting filled up right now. Yeah, after that, I have no idea what the heck I'm going to be doing, but yeah, I've got some pallets to sell. Most of my fields are pretty well sorted for the minute anyway, so I'm not too worried about them right now. So yeah, apart from that, it's just going through and selling, making some money. And the nice thing is with precision farming, you also get the environmental score again. So yay, you get a little bit of a bonus payment when you sell products. So I'm just on a one round, and per what do you call it? Per chamber, per whatever on the trailer. Obviously, it's a double on this thing, isn't it? So we get around about 18,000 additionally on top of what I'm getting overall for the score. So that's not bad actually. Not bad. And that's only 2%. So imagine if it was a lot higher. Wow, ka-ching, ka-ching. So there you go. So 827,784 is the amount I got for that load, plus the 18,623 environmental score, thanks to obviously precision farming. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. Just get that a little bit extra, obviously, especially if you're just starting out on a map or you're just getting started, as it were. You've only maybe been playing a map a little while. Yeah, it's definitely worth just getting that little extra in. All right then, let's get this backload done. I know it's here somewhere. There we go. But yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, so over the weekend, I haven't really done too much. I went through, got a few fields ploughed up, limed, ready. Hey KW, how you doing, buddy? But apart from that, not a whole lot is going on. Just sort of keeping things plodding on really over the winter period. So obviously, I wanted to really stop really in January just to show how much you can get additionally when you sell stuff. So that's kind of the aim for today, to see what we're going to be getting. So at the minute, I'm, like I said, at 18,623 extra per load. Well, that's per chamber, really, actually, if you think about it. So chamber, I can never, what do you call them? Per. Oh, I can't think of what it's called now. But yeah, I've got to call it a chamber. But oh, jeez. There's Mr. Shawnee. How you doing? How's it going there, T. Miller?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And yes, T. Miller getting straight in there
I've
with
come
the
to talk with
fishing.
you
Nice.
again.
Yes. Everybody's disappeared. I don't know what's going on. It's very quiet today. But yes, how's it going? Hey, Tony Truck. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Alright, so yeah, I've got 4 million still to get sold. Once that's done, we can go over and yeah, look at something else to sell. I've got loads in the pallet factory bread-wise to get sold, so that's probably what I'm going to be aiming at to start off with. There we go. And apart from that, not a lot else is going on. So yes, and Coffee Man 101, how are you doing? How was this stream today? I seen you were doing is it Power Wash Simulator over there? Hopefully you had a good stream, sir. One thing I did do over the weekend is I've updated my orchard sign pack, so it now shows in my own deco category. And I also put out my bale storage as well. Obviously, this is like the first version. Obviously, later on, and once revamps released, we'll hopefully get them and be able to get things like the palette visuals working, so the bales are spawning in as you put products in and out of, and also have bales coming out of it as well. But yes, so you would, yeah, Power Wash Simulator. You're back. Welcome back. How was the stream there, Mr. Coffee Man? Hopefully you had a good one. Well, yeah, we're just doing some selling at the minute, and obviously I'm doing some wood chips at the minute. I'm just selling them straight off at the animal dealer because I really can't be bothered trying to load up the train multiple times just to sell some products at the PV Candy or wherever it was. So yeah, this seems to be the easiest options. It was good, glad to hear it. But yeah, if any of you guys are not following Coffee Man 101, please make sure to click on that link, give him a follow, guys. He is a great content creator. He's a variety streamer. He does different games, primarily Farming Simulator, to be honest. But yeah, he does also go in and do other games along the way, like the most of us. But look at that, I'm up to the 20 million already. Ooh, nice. And come on, come on, come on. Give me the other one. There we go. Yeah, I think there's probably one more load to go, and then that's probably going to be all my wood chips for this year sold for the minute. I did go through yesterday. I got a lot of wood chopped up. I do need to do some more for the Elm Creek sawmill because that is it's only had 1 or 2 loads go into it, so it does need a good filling. But both of them need a good filling at some point. It's just getting the time, and I think with it being quite quiet at the minute, obviously I don't need to do any planting or anything like that. I can get in and definitely do some, hopefully today or tomorrow. Hey PJ, how you doing? Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Hey Fittest, how you doing, buddy? Let's give PJ a shout out. There we go. So yeah, let's see what we've got left, which wise I do need to still get this stuff out of the Elm Creek sawmill, and yeah, should be good to go. Good. Yeah, not too bad. It's quite a warm one actually today, so yeah, I think I might have to open up the window in a minute in the bedroom here. But apart from that, I'm just plodding on as usual, making money, doing a little bit of farming and forestry here and there, and yeah. Oh, well, I think about it, I did do, like I said, I did some ploughing over the weekend. I did. I'll show you what I've been doing. Let me get this going. Where are you? Where are you? Hopefully I'm lined up properly. Did I totally miss that? I think I did. Either that or this thing's empty. Oh no, still 2 million in there. Okay, 2.3. Must have misjudged it. So, over the weekend, obviously I did go through, I got my grapes divined. The grapes and olives have both been cultivated, ploughed, whatever it is. So they're pretty much ready for this year. I just need to go through at some point with the olives and mulch them. I did go through and combined 110, 112 and 114 into one large nice field. Now the reason that it's looking a little bit funny coloured, I did go through and lime it, and what I did find out over the weekend is Ant Golded 4020, thank you very much for the follow, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Hey Rusty Nail, how you doing, bud? You're doing good, thanks. Yeah, not too bad, thanks. But yeah, the reason that it's a funny colour is I went through and limed it over the weekend, actually earlier today, to be honest. And I actually found out the slower you go, the better application rate you get. So these darker ones is where I was actually going that little bit slower. Obviously, these green lines here and the little bit just there, I sort of sped up a little bit, and it didn't quite apply, I think, the right amount. But as you can see, it is well done anyway. One thing I'm going to probably do with the rest of my fields is once they're planted, I'll probably go through and lime them then and see if it makes any difference. So yeah, I've just got to wait now. It's a fun one, but yeah, I got in here, got this limed up, I got it manured. Well, actually, I put slurry onto this to get the nitrogen level up, so that's fine. But yeah, I've got a lot of work to do, as you can see. Oh, blimey. It's going to be a fun one, that's for sure. And one thing, it does make the map very, very colourful. It really, really does. So yeah, just gotta wait now. Get some products in, or some crops in the ground, and then yeah, we should be good to go. I just realised I'm on the wrong trailer. That's probably why. Let's go this way. Yeah, in FS22, when you motor around a field, it affected the precision farming score for that field. Do you know if that is the same? And I don't know. I mowed it prior precision farming coming out, so Oh, excuse me. I am as yet have no idea if that's still the same thing, Team Mother. There we go. But one thing I did do is I actually went through my mower and reduced the work width on it. Just for me, obviously the one that's still on my trailer, that is still the original size it was. What, 20 meters, whatever it was. I just want something a little bit smaller. There we go. And I'm still getting it's frustrating. Over the weekend, in addition to obviously doing a little bit of playing, I've also been going through and trying to figure out the errors that the train system is giving. Now, I've narrowed it down to one particular train line in particular. It's this one here that comes to this train station. So it literally comes from the top up here all the way down to there and then off the map here. For some strange reason, whenever it goes off the map, I don't know if it's gone a little bit too far or something, or it's gone down too far under the map, but that is when those errors are popping up. I've literally gone through over the weekend. I loaded up a new save game. I saved it. I made sure all the trains were on the map, located actually physically on the map. There was literally one at each train station. I saved it. I copied the data over from the vehicle XML and the placeable XML. The first load up was fine. No warnings, no errors. But as soon as I activated them, and this one came off the map within maybe a minute, it started throwing the error again. Um, I honestly don't know what it is. It's this right here. So it basically says error vehicle outside the world detected. Resetting to shop, then data vehicle train locomotive. So obviously this one right here is for the actual train engine itself of the locomotive, plus one of the grain wagons that's on it. But it's weird because if I was to say save and reload, I might get different carriages popping up. It's really weird. I've had things like the actual forest, the log trailer. I've had the grain one. I've had, yeah, literally all of them throwing the same error. And I think what it is where the spline that the train runs on is maybe going out too far from the map over here, maybe to double back. I think it just needs to be maybe adjusted. Um, I don't know if that would make a fix for it. Unfortunately, I'm not a map maker, so I don't know. If Mr. Dave was around and able to have a look at it, it might be something. But right now, we're going to have to put up with at least one train anyway, having errors on it. The other two seem to be fine. Obviously, you can see right down here, we've got the one by the forest, the sawmill. That's running fine. And also we've got this one right here, which comes down this side here, is working fine. Those two are fine. So the only thing I could think of is maybe just deleting that particular train route. Let's also try and narrow down which one it is, and yeah, that's kind of tricky. I don't know if it would cause any issues in the future. That's a problem. But yeah, but that apart from that, I did figure out how to fix that manure distance error. So yeah, if you want it, I can always upload a bit of an update. I don't know, we'll see. But apart from that, my log is looking fine. No issues with precision farming. Obviously, that's the only little bug since the update that I've had anyway. So yes, great fun. Hey, Mama Do, how you doing? And how's it going there, Jono, as well? But yeah, hopefully all you guys have had a great weekend. Let me get that. Oh no, no, don't unload. There we go. I'm 25. Yeah, I'm full. But yes, there we go. Let's get this lot sold. We are full now. I think. I think I'm full. Hang on. Oh no, I'm on the back now, ain't I? Duh. Yes, I forgot what I was doing there for a minute. Right, let's spin around and we'll get the last of that out of there. Obviously, once this lot's done, what I'll probably do is grab my other trailer and just sell off the last little bit. Was that it? Was that it? Just back up a bit. That's unload. Start overloading another one. I want fill. Give me the fill. Where is it? Unload. Start filling. There we go. There we go. But yes, you're doing good. Tired? Oh. And there he is. Farmer Marks. How do you do, sir? Thank you very much for the 500 bitties there. How did you fix what I sent you? I basically had it to add in multiple folders and the texture from the base game to fix it. There we go. But yeah, at least on mine I got it fixed. If you guys want it, I can always do an update for maybe this week. I don't know. I know Mr. T. Miller was thinking about having a couple of his factories added in so they could be added to Bauer Logistics, so it's literally up to him, really. If he wants any of his factories put up into the mod pack, then can do. Now, see, the only thing is I don't know if Mr. Dave will be around to update the mod folder switcher, so it could just be through the additional download link. That's the only thing. Yeah, obviously those errors are not preventing you from playing. You can play as much as you want. There we go. And Papa55 can thank you very much for the other 500 biddies. That means the fishing program will be going forever and ever and ever. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. So I'll do that. What I'll do is I'll look at what factories there are left and get them in. Must be a streaming thing. But okie dokie, that's fine. But yeah, how's your little project coming, Mr. T. Miller, as well, by the way? Actually, one thing I did notice is a post on Facebook, and it's not just this map. Mamadou, thank you very much for the 100 biddies. And also, if you guys didn't get it, I did do a shout out for Mamadou, so make sure to click on her link, give her a follow. She is a great content creator, so definitely go over, give her a follow, guys. She's got the most beautiful voice. If you catch her singing, she really does. And oh, I had you a minute ago. There it is. And we'll give Mr. Farmer Marks a shout out as well. So if you guys are not following him as well, make sure to click on the link, give him a follow. I think the Pie Factory and the Pizza Pop, yeah, I think that's the only two currently that you've got out that haven't been added, so that would be fine. Yeah, you're still working on your secret one. And Coffee Man! Oh, thank you very much for the other 100 biddies as well. Much appreciated for definite. But yeah, so regarding the train errors, I've also noticed on another Facebook group that people are getting it on different maps, not just this one. So obviously Giants have definitely done something to the game that's causing those errors, and obviously it's kind of weird how it's only one train in particular on this map anyway that's got the error, and I know a few of you guys have it, so yes, it's a bit of a pain. There we go, but we'll have to just put up with it for the minute, and hopefully Giants can figure something out for that. Right, I want that trailer there. This is not easy. It's really not. Let's see there. Oh, hang on. I'm looking in the mirrors. I'm trying to behave. There we go. So there's the trailer right there. That looks like it's lined up. See, a little bit of practice goes a long way. There we go. Takes a bit of working, but we'll get there. Mr. Ghost DK, thank you very much for the 100 biddies, much appreciated. And how you doing as well, bud? Right, let's grab the last little bit out of here first and foremost. There we go. But look at that, just from wood chip selling today I've already got over $24.5 million in the bank account, so that's quite nice. So oh, I don't know. Do you think we can get up to 30 million before the end of today? That'd be quite nice. So one of the big things I want to do this year is definitely look at. Oh, watch out, dear. Look into either replacing my cow pens with ones that have bigger capacities, so I get more milk and such out of them. Obviously, milk, buffalo milk is going to be the main ones I'm after. The chickens seem to be okay at the moment with the second pen now. And one thing out, just in case it's not very clear, Mr. Rusty Nail, if you are still lurking out there, I know I did send a picture of my farmyard. I can actually show you here. I think Mr. Rusty Nail likes taking ideas from everybody's save games, so so yeah, obviously. So there is one pen here, which comes up to, it's only, so yeah, this is what I'm counting is, so I've got one pen there, which just overnight is already giving me 3 and a bit pallets, which is quite nice. And then this other part, so from there, right up to the back and across there, that is another pen. So I think, yeah, chicken wise, I've got, what, so 6, about 7 pallets per day, maybe more coming out of that, so that's not bad. But yeah, the big thing is obviously I need to work on getting more milk being produced, more buffalo milk. I think the goats are okay at the moment. They seem to be pumping out pallets very regularly, so yeah. One thing I did do is one of my little storage. Hey Madeira, by the way, how you doing, my dear? I did see you were streaming over the weekend, and if you guys have not followed Madeira, make sure to click on the link, give her a follow. She does Farming Simulator, she's got ETS2, as well as a whole boatload of different games that she streams, so make sure to click on the link, give her a follow. And how is Mr. Green Thumb Farmer doing out there today? But yeah, what I ended up doing over the weekend is with my little storage sheds, I've actually deleted the ones I had here originally and I've rotated them around, so technically what should happen is once a pallet spawns out, it will now go straight into the storage and then get distributed out. So it's kind of like a similar thing to what Mr. Green Thumb Farmer has for some of his triggers. I'm kind of thinking I maybe should have put it up at the top, but the nice thing is I can just come in, give them a nudge and just put them straight into the trigger there. And I did that both with that one and the wool. Obviously now once this pallet is full, it should start spawning straight into the trigger there and be distributed to where it needs to go. But yeah, this guy here definitely needs to be increased, and the same with that. So I'm kind of thinking if I can get 2 pens set up, equal sizes, so one over here, one over here, and have them literally divided right in the middle, maybe here, would be great. With potentially equal quantities of animals in each, and that hopefully that will then get my milk and buffalo milk productions going pretty well. And that looks like there's a big dimple right there. Just looking right there, it looks like there's a little hole there. It's like almost like a crater. Oh, that's crazy. But yes. But yeah, like I said, guys, this is now being put out on my Trello for you guys to use. Obviously, you can unload bales and loose into it. But at the minute, I will only do loose on the output. But it will store grass, hay, straw, silage bales. Remember, silage bales will not ferment, so they need to be fermented first before going into this. It will hold your bio bales, so your wood chip bales, as well as cotton bales can go into this as well. Now, with it, the way it's set up, it will distribute as well if you wanted to. So, currently I've got the cotton and the wood chip being distributed. Everything else is being stored on that thing. So, yes. Hopefully we'll be able to get the bales spawning again one day to make life a little bit easier. How are we doing over here? That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, cool. But yes, things are definitely plodding on. Fields are looking a little bit white, so yeah, obviously it's going to be a big planting season coming up, so definitely looking forward to it, that's for sure. But there we go. Let's see. Did I get... Oh, Green Thumb, where is he? There. Give you a shout out. And there is Mr. Green Thumb Farmer, who was playing a little bit of Foundry over the weekend. The traitor. But yeah, make sure you click on his link, give him a follow, guys, if you're not following him already. Finally, John Deere, Skid Steer, and Telehandle are in the game. Oh, have they just come out today, have they? There is a mod called Production Storage that's just come out on the Mod Hub. Don't use it. It will conflict with Dave's Lit mod? Oh, Limit Breaker. Oh, crap. That is the one mod I've been really waiting for. Because that will basically... I'm guessing it's probably got some form of palette limit break in there or something. Or production breaker in there. They did exactly the same in 22. And I don't think we actually ever put out a fix for that. This is gonna be a pain because I can't back in this area. I can never back in here. I even struggle when I'm out here at times. There we go. It's just getting lined up properly. There we go. There we are. Donk. There we go. Only 32,000? Okay, not a lot, but it's enough. Every little helps. Allows 180 productions and 1,240 fill types. Let build palette may impact performance. Okay. Which one comes first in the list? That's the thing. Because if I remember rightly, from last year, if that came first in the list, then the limit breaker would override it, I think. It's either that way or the other way, I can never remember. You could try using just that in particular, but obviously you also need the animal one as well potentially. It's a pain that they put it in there, to be honest. Giants official website mods. Let's see. What do we have out there anyway? Oh, my system's running rather slow at the minute. But let's have a look, see what has been released on the in-game mod hub today. So, we have a Case IH Traction King series tractor there. We got a cow mixer, food mixer, John Deere 5M series. We've got a few of these around here. The local council actually uses the 5M series for their, I suppose it's the medium or small tractor. It's quite a cute little thing, and you tend to have like maybe a Kubota mower or something like that doubled up with it. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, you got your John Deere telehandlers, skid steer, nice. The Lizard Warrior Plus. I'm sure that was done by somebody else in the past. Somebody else must have taken that over. But let's have a little look, shall we? Yeah. Okay, that's quite nice. I like that. Ooh. I'm actually going to download this. Now, the reason I'm going to download this one is it does have the handle here, if I remember rightly, can hold like a bigger amount. So, yes, I'm going to grab you. I'll add that later on. What have we got over here? We've got a lizard mega mulcher. Holy crap, so that is one big mower, basically. Wow. Okay, so yeah, so it mows grass and mulches on the field. Ah, okay, gotcha. That's quite nice, actually. I like that. That's not bad. But let's see what else we got. Oh, it's a little bit slow because I'm streaming as well. A 5 meter might be good for the orchards. Yeah. Actually, there's a couple of little ride-on mowers that's actually on the in-game mod hub, which aren't that bad. I've got one myself. I actually grabbed. Let's come into here. I can this little thing right here. This is kind of cool little jobby. Obviously, you got the two different mower types, but then you got your mower deck that's separate, and obviously the piece on the back. I went with one of them and one of them. The only thing I do need to do is go in and make the capacity a little bit bigger. But yeah, that thing whizzes around the orchard's lovely. Right, let's see. So nothing spectacular, nothing spectacular. Obviously, if you like front loaders, then yep, definitely. Um, hmm. I'm kind of thinking I might want to get some front weights at some point, but we've got some decorative buildings. So if you want to tart up your map a little bit more, you can do. Some curbs. Yeah, okay. Production Storage Control by Braven. So this will actually allow you to set your productions to storing, and it'll keep them in there without spawning out and stuff. Obviously showed this off previously, and he's done quite a bit from the looks of it in there. So it looks like it's keep rather than store now. And then obviously you can set things to spawn, and they'll just spawn out. You can tell them to distribute. Okay. I'm not sure about that keep. I would have kept it as storing. um, To spawn bales, it is necessary to have a pallet spawner as part of the production. Ah. I think I'm going to have a look at this. And obviously, I'm not really too worried about the productions. I don't think I've got over 180 anyway. Maybe more. I don't know. No sleep mission times. Okay, so yeah, they've dropped quite a bit actually, which is quite interesting, and a few updates as well along the way. Okay. Yeah, obviously, if you got like a load of orchards down, then obviously they're all classed as productions, aren't they? So, tricky one. Tricky one on this map in particular. And still no more alpaca mods. Exactly. Oh, I know. I think I'm gonna have to try and make one myself. I don't know. The thing is, I've got a model for an alpaca. I know a few people have sent me it, and yeah, maybe I should just make a placeable alpaca statue or something. There we go. So from the wood chips, it's got me up to 25,183,382. So that is not bad. Obviously, with a 2% bonus per load, that's not bad. I like it. That's not bad. I like it. I like it. I like it. Uh, Wow, that's close. I meant the grapes. No. Oh, right, yeah, I guess I should have used the vineyard. Yes. Yes, indeed. There's still no alpaca mods. The mod use. Oh, that one, yeah. Yeah, that's still pending the last time I looked over the weekend. Yes, still pending. But from what I've heard from other modders, it does take it's taken them a couple of months before they actually get through to the testing part. So yeah, I'm just kind of leaving it. But yeah, I want to have a look at something. So we're going to actually download that. We're going to bring them in, see if it causes any issues first of all. So let's see, the lizard, quattro pack, production, storage, control. Where does that come in? Yeah, that's going to come on after the limit breaker, isn't it? Dang it. See, if the limit breaker was actually in the map, it would be a lot easier, I think. Because from the way I understand it is, if two mods say that have limit breakers in them, obviously one big issue is obviously the may conflict. Obviously, the production revamp has never conflicted with anything that we've had limit breaker wise. But with that, yeah, because obviously the limit breaker would be first, but then it'd get reset by the production storage. Fill type. No. Yeah, we're going to give this a try as it is and see. Because obviously this is a great mod. The only thing I can think of maybe is changing the name. When you download it, go to the actual mod folder and maybe change it so that was first and then the limit breaker. If Dave was around, then he could probably explain it better than me. Let's go to desktop. Obviously, you're probably going to lose your fishing thing for the minute. But that is going to be going for quite some time. With all those bits from you awesome, awesome people. Let's see. Do I need to restart? That is going to be the question. Well, there's 3... Actually, I should just do a proper restart, shouldn't I? So let's close that. And let's load you back up. But yes! Fun, fun, fun. I'm not going to mess too much around with it. But maybe you could reach out to Mr. Brave and see if he could up it a little bit more. So it doesn't mess with hours. I can't even remember what Mr. Dave put for hours. That's Uncharted, so I want that one. I want this one. Right, let's have a look. I know there's one particular mod I don't want to load in on here. That's more for my testing. Right, so that guy I'll borrow. I did download this guy. It's a pretty good one actually. I know Green Thumb mentioned about using it. I grabbed it. The only thing I do find when turning around, you really have to be precise when you're lining back up with the next row of grapes, because obviously the collisions are ridiculous in 25 on the grapes. But yeah, if you get it lined up just right, you can get it on to the next rows pretty easily. But let's have a look at this. We're going to open up this. Oh my goodness. Mr. T. Miller, what is going on? Your pizza pop has some warnings. I never noticed that before. Warning, performance texture. Texture icon. A pizza pop is raw format. Did you save it in the wrong format, Mr. T. Miller? PNG? PNG should be DDS. DDS for your images, young man. I don't know. How many times do you have to set up? But that's fine. Okay, not worrying about that one thing that's needing updated. Obviously, one thing is obviously my stone picker. Obviously, off the in-game mod hub, I went through and upped the capacity a little bit. Alright, let's go over to gameplace, and there we go. That didn't take too long. I'm going to keep a little eye out to see if there's any conflictions with that mod. So once we get in game, we'll have a quick look at the productions as well. Let's have a look. P production. Storage control. See if I've got any issues here. And while this is loading up as well, I can just have a look at something. That's the fill types. Tree saplings. Okay. But yes, Mr. Braven has done a good job, I think. But yeah, that 180 productions does worry me a little bit. Don't need to worry about that. But yes, exclamation mark fish, guys. Let's see if you guys can beat Farmer Marks. I know he was pretty high up there earlier on. Actually, while we're at it, let's have a little look, see how it's going. Maybe in the next one. Leaderboard. So far, ooh, Mr. Dead Soul's inching his way up there. Farmer Marks is doing pretty well. Mr. Rusty Nail is getting up there as well. Oh, not bad, not bad, not bad. But yeah, this is the person to beat, guys. Remember, the end of this month, whoever's at the top of that list will get a Steam gift card. Change limits there. Platform window method. Well, I found where to change the maximum production in there. 180. And what is ours? Limit breaker there. So husbandry is 64. Max production points 1,000. Ooh. Yes. That could be definitely an issue. And look, see, there we go. So now, this time around, obviously, the last time it was the actual locomotive and one of the other carriages. Now I'm getting the sugar beet carriage, the wood chip one. Yeah, see. So completely random. I think it depends on where that train is. It's really freaking annoying, to be honest. I wish Giants didn't mess around with stuff like that, but yeah, can't really do much with it. So let's have a little look. Is this going to mess up the productions in any way? Well, looking at that, I'm not seeing anything that's possibly not working. Now, the thing is, obviously, depending how much you have down, this is where it's going to get really tricky. Because obviously all these greenhouses are a production, and it is going to allow me. So I don't know. Maybe use it with a slight warning, just in case. But yeah, I think it'll be okay for the minute. I'll have to go through my log and check and maybe speak with Mr. Dave to see what he says. But I could also see if I could reach out to Mr. Braven and see if I could do, or he could actually add a higher amount of productions for PC players. 180 is not that much in all honesty. But yeah, so actually one nice thing, I can show you this actually now. So with this mod, what it should do, so this is a new mod by Braven. It's a production storage mod. It's on the in-game mod hub today. Now what it should do is allow you to actually set things to storing in your productions and storages, and yeah, it should hold the pallets basically. So obviously previously with Giant's version, if you set it to store, obviously the pallets spawned out. With this, it stops it. So let's come over to Barrel Logistics, have a little look. So as this is the closest, so let's come over here and we're going to do a quick test. So I've got tons and tons of stuff in here. Actually, I could bring my truck around. So this is going to be the new menu. So open production menu. You can actually go through and choose particular products. That's kind of cool. Obviously on here it's going to be a heck of a lot. It even shows which mod they're coming in with, which is kind of nice. Okay, so I guess you can't really change that. Obviously, oh, that's a point. If I go to the greenhouses, yeah, so you can only choose one pallet, I guess. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what this is for, really. I don't quite understand this part. But this is the big part. You can actually spawn out as much as you want. So let's have a look, see what we've got for selling wise today, because that's going to be the best way of looking. So let's come into here. We're going to set to the month of December. Nope, we want January, don't we? There we go. So I know a lot of my breads are ready to rock and roll, so that's where I'm going to aim for. Coffee, bread, there we go. So let's go with the gluten-free bread to start off with. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So coming in here, gluten-free. So this is actually what Mr. Coffee Man 101 has been after. So if we scroll on through, we'll try and find the gluten-free bread. Right, gluten-free, 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 and obviously it shows where it's coming from, obviously the capacity, size. Maybe, I wonder, if you had multiple capacity bales, for example, that's probably what this is for then. That's probably what that is, gotcha. But the nice thing is, obviously, according to this, I have 132 pallets worth So you can actually use the slider and go right to the top. And I totally bugged that one up. I hit the wrong button. Try that again, shall we? It's been a while, and it's a newish mod. One sec. Click free, there we go. So this is on the in-game mod hub, peeps. So let me go grab it for use. Nope, not that one. I knew I should have posted it. Now, one thing to bear in mind, there is a limit breaker in this as well for the productions. But looking at it at the moment, it's not causing me any issues with all of the productions I've currently got. But there is a link for it. I'm going to post that, pin that as well. And we'll remove that manually later on. And for those over on YouTube, I will pop that in the chat as well. And yes, I am live over on YouTube as well. I'll keep that up there. There we go. So many screens to sort out. It's terrible. But anyway, so what you can do is go all the way up to the top and then click select, and that will spawn out all of your palettes. Now, obviously, if we go into the menu here, actually, that's probably what the global one is it? So let's go back in here. So obviously, open global, open production menu. So okay, that's going to open up the menu itself, so you can actually see stuff, so you can set things to distribute. But the nice thing is, if we scroll down, if we click on that, what we can change is we can go in here to spawn goods, select the product you want. In here, obviously, you do exactly the same as previously. And obviously, you can go through, you can change all of these individually. I'm only going to do the gluten-free one at the minute. They're not in order, that's not fair. Oh, these are loading up from this order in the XML, I think, for looking at the bits and pieces here. Let's find it. So that's the flowers, there's the bread. So the gluten-free bread right there. Obviously at the minute it's set to distributing. What you should be able to do now is select it to so it shows keep, and that will then keep the products in the building. Obviously distributing as well will keep it, but if you wanted to manually deliver flour, for example, you could do, what you could technically do is set this to keep and then set it to spawning afterwards. Where's my bread gone? So obviously you got keep, you got distribute and spawn and sell. Distribute. Obviously I want to keep it on spawning. So we'll take that back. That is very, very cool. I like it. I'm liking it so far. Obviously the biggest worry right now is that 180 production limit that it adds in. Will that override our current one? But yes. Will it distribute? That's a good question. The butcher. Let's have a look. Butcher trigger, butcher shop. No, obviously it should do. So change output. So distribute, keep, spawn, sell. So looking at this, it should do. Now, from my previous test, the only one that would distribute is the chicken fillets. So it'd be interesting to see if I've got anything available to do that. I might have to do a little test and find that one out. But yes, I like it, I like it, I like it. Right then. Let's go pick up, shall we? And see how we go. Might have to do a quick test of this actually. I wonder if I've got any animals available old enough. I'll have to have a little look. Yeah, all I need now is the Hispano modern containers. That's the only thing we need now. Okay. Stand right there. Actually, while it's doing that, let's have a little look. And by the way, thank you very much for the hype train. I just noticed actually a level 1 hype train. Much appreciated, peeps. Wow, you guys are super. Right then, let's have a look. So, trying to remember. So, I don't think the pigs are going to be any good yet. Ba-da-ba-bum. 18 months. Oh, dang it. Too old. Oh, I can take some pigs over there and check. Okay. See, the 9-month-olds would be perfect. Cows and buffalo, 12 to 30. I've got the 19s there. A little bit over than them. I'm trying to keep some older ones, by the way. Primarily for milk production. And yeah, so I've got some 19s. Okay, I could take a little bit of each and do a little test. The chickens, on the other hand, are still. Oh, actually, 8-month-olds could go over there. 6 is the minimum. Okay. Maximum 24. Yeah, okay, I've got actually. Yeah, okay, we've got a fair few animals there. Okay, let's see how we're getting on with that gluten-free stuff. What did I say? 100 odd pallets, wasn't it? One thing I do see is it's as slow as it was previously. Let's see if we could bang this one a bit. Gluten-free. Oh, just going past it there. Jack that up, select, and if we can get in here quickly. There we go. I'm so glad I left it at just that one spawn area. There we go. Ren, let's go do some selling. Where was it this lot was gone? Does anybody remember? Gluten-free, gluten-free, gluten-free. Taco Bell. Okay, a bit of a drive, but then, yeah, what we'll do is we'll take this lot over to Taco Bell. And then, oh, this is going to be very laggy. We'll get some animals loaded up and see. I'm pretty sure that the chickens were the only one that I could get to distribute previously. But going off of X-Man's stream a couple of weeks ago, he said pigs or ham was the only one that wasn't distributing for him, or was distributing for him. It's weird. But yeah, okay, what I'll do is actually, what I could do is sell off that butcher trigger for the minute. The distributing one, just to check. But yeah, got to take it nice and easy around these corners, otherwise we're going to be toppling over. But yeah, need something like the 82 Studio stuff or the Hispano Modern containers back. I know they're being worked on at the minute. I think 82 Studios has already submitted the attachment pack for the TLX stuff. So obviously that usually has all-load trailers in it, which will allow you to transport pallets without getting the lag, which is quite nice. But yeah, we'll go over and check out the butcher in a minute. Yes, can't wait. I know I seen a post from Hispano Modding, and I know they've got a lot of mods that's been submitted to Giants. They've got a lot that they're still working on. I know for a fact that the trailers, both trailer packs from 22 have now been converted to 25. And I know they've started and done a couple of the, I think it's the standard containers, and I think it was the liquid ones. But yeah, those standards, whichever comes out first, I would definitely be downloading it and giving it a try. Just hope that they really do set them up properly, so they maybe fill from the category. I don't know. Any of the sell point categories would be perfect. Oh heck, where was I said I was going? It was the Starbucks. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Oh crap. Or is it Subways? I'm guessing bread Subways, wasn't it? Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Oh, Taco Bell, okay. And I just went past it, didn't I? Yeah. Yes! Well remembered. See, I start talking about other things and I forget what I'm doing. Right, let's see, let's see, let's see. Where the heck's the trigger? Been a while since been to Taco Bell at the back here, isn't it? Oh crud, did I just hit that tree? I think I did. But yeah, I think without a production storage mod it should be okay, but yeah, just keep an eye on your productions. Obviously, if you're thinking that you're getting close to like 180, yeah, you may want to limit yourself a bit more. Right, here we go. Just want to make sure I get all these. So there we go. So there we go. That's not bad. There we go. So I just gained an extra, what's that, 15, 16,000 from that little load. That's not bad. I need to sort this out. This is not good enough. But that is pretty good. So this week is or this last couple of weeks is definitely starting to become the game I like. AAA. And I'm hoping it was going to bring a few peeps back as well. But yes. Actually, while I'm here, let's have a little look. Yeah, not worried about that. Not worried about you. No, I'll have a look, a proper look later. I think we might be okay for the moment. But yes, that is going to make life so much nicer. Right, yeah, so we'll drop this by Barrel Logistics. We'll go grab the animal trailer. Whoa. And the truck, and we'll take some over to the butcher. What I might do is save it. I'm going to do a little test. I may have to crash. Actually, yeah, because obviously I don't want to go too far on in my January. So, yeah, I'll turn the save off, and obviously later on what I'll do is I'll crash and then back up and reload. That would work. That will definitely work. But yes, now if only we could have an autoload that continuously loaded even if you weren't in the vehicle again. There we go. And I think it was about there. Turn you off. You should be good to go for later on. But nice, I like it. Yeah, I'll carry on with that later. But yeah, Let's do a quick test on the Butcher. Actually, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to move that trailer away. One of the things I have found that causes pallets to drop below the map is the universal auto trailers for some weird reason. I don't know why. Oops, why do I keep hitting that button for? That what I want. But yeah, all of the rocks that I've lost has usually been when there's been an auto trailer nearby. So yeah, it's kind of a nightmare. Oops, keep doing that. So let's pop that there. That should be more than enough space. But yes, good question. Will it work with the Butcher now to distribute? Actually, what I'll do, because I've got obviously I've got the pizza factory and other factories here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save and I'm going to load up a new save game, and we're going to do a test on that map instead. We'll quit you. We'll just do a quick reload. Yeah, it might be. It might be. Right, so let's come into here. We're going to here. Nope, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Yep, there we go. And Mr. Jurors 53 UK, how you doing, buddy? Good evening, sir. Yep. So, while I remember, on my Trello, guys, if you actually I might even be able to do an update. I don't know yet. I did do a couple of updates earlier on today. First of all, the all bale storage is now up here for you guys to download. Now, obviously, like I said earlier, you can put in bales and you can put loose. 10 million litre capacity per bale
Billy
type.
is a nuisance. He will be gone in 2 weeks. I apologize for this inconvenience.
Thank you, T. Miller, for that. Much appreciated. Obviously, like I said, it will hold cotton, wood chips, straw, grass, hay, silage bales. Obviously, one of the big things is the output is only at the minute loose product only from the silo on the side there, which includes the cotton as well. The cotton will now go into your bulk trailers if you're using this mod, by the way.
So just
I'll say a
do
few
it.
things.
Make your dreams come true.
Well, I'm trying, Mr. Coffee Man, but people keep interrupting me with sounds. But yeah, future updates I want to be able to do with it is one, set up palette visuals so that when you place it down, there's no bales actually in the shed itself, but as you add in products, the bales start spawning in. That's one thing I want to add back in, and also have an option for bales to be spawned back out of this, because obviously I love obviously filling up the cow sheds using bales, but I really wanted to try and get some bales off of my map, hence why I brought this over so early. Obviously, once the production revamp mod is out, I might be able to get the visuals sorted out. Looking at the production storage mod, I might be able to get the bale spawning working with that again. So I'll have to do a little bit playing around, but there's no guarantees with this. But yeah, that is ready to rock and roll. You can have an option with or without solar panels as well with this version. So that's a new thing for 25. So that is there. And also, if you've got my orchard sign, I did update that as well, only to add it into my category. But if you haven't updated to the new store categorizer, so it shows like this in the shop, make sure to get this updated first, and then add that in, or update the two at the same time. So yeah, fun. I don't think I've done anything else update-wise yet on this lot, but oh, another thing I do want to do is I will be going. I don't know if I did it on this one yet. No, but I do want to go through this one, and I want to rename it. Because I do know a few people have downloaded it, they've updated through the in-game mod hub, and overrided everything that I added into it. So what I'm going to do is rename this, so when you download it, it should no longer show in the update option within the game. And I totally did the wrong blinking map. Dag dang it. Let's try this one more time. I've already done my one here. I'm still playing around. But one thing there's a couple of works around. One is just to sell off your vehicle. If you've got any of those ideals, to sell them off, buy new ones. Or there is a fix for it where you can just rename in the... Oh heck, which one was it? The vehicle XML and the game game XML, I think it is. You just change the mod name. Hey, Mr. Viking, how you doing, sir? Let's try this one some more. I want that. I want that. And I want the right map this time. Also, we're going to do it on this one. There. Yes. Because it's going to be much easier. But yes, how is Mr. Viking doing, by the way? But yeah, I went through mine. I've actually renamed mine already. The mod itself, and literally all you'd have to do if you wanted to keep what you currently have vehicle wise, you'd have to come into your save game here. I think it's the career save game, if I remember rightly. It has all the mods at the bottom. Yeah, what you'd need to do is find that Adco Ideal mod in here and then rename it to be how it is now, or will be for you guys. And then from there, you would then need to go into your vehicle XML and then find your ideal in here and rename the mod itself as well. I'm trying to find one that has the mod directory part in it. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And Mr. Darius Frost, welcome in, buddy. How you doing? How was the stream, sir? Yeah, so what you'd have to do... I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Where's the vehicles? That's a mod. I'm trying to find the mods now, it's terrible. But yeah, somewhere in here. Yeah, like this here, for example. There we go, that's the one I want. So you'd have to literally change like this name here and this one here in the vehicle XML to match the new one. But yeah, how was Tactics or Ogre Reborn? It was good, but a back damage. Alright, Mr. Frost. Well, thank you for bringing your peeps over. So we're actually checking out a new mod that's been released on the in-game mod hub for Farming Simulator 25. And it basically allows you to set your productions now to storing, and it'll keep the pallets in the productions themselves. And then you can actually manually spawn out the pallets yourself. It's quite nice, so it's kind of cool. Right then, so first things first is we need to buy some land. I'm actually going to add some in because it's going to probably need quite a bit. Because obviously I'm going to need to buy vehicles and such as well. So add money. We'll go into here. There's that. Oh, I want P menu. We're going to put down some animal pens. We're going to test this out. So let's grab some cows first of all. And we'll pop this down here. Now this is one thing I've started doing with my animal pens, and it's kind of a nice little trick. So you know when you're putting your fence in and you get to this last one and it's such a struggle to collect it back up, there's a little trick I've started to figure out with it. So let's just do something simple. what I always tend to do with this last little bit, I'll bring it back a little bit so it almost lines up with this one here. Bring it across and then connect that last little bit in, and every single time it connects it asks that. I never have a single issue. There we go, so there's one, we'll do two. So it's just, it may be the angle some people are putting the fence down. It isn't quite liking it as much. So there we go. So cows, we've put buffaloes. I'm not going to do horses, we'll do one with the piggy wiggies. But yeah, with the pigs, for example, and the chickens, what I do is just bring the fence out a little bit first, then put the actual pen in. Then the same thing on this side is I'm just going to bring it back a little bit and then lock it in there. And typical, that one didn't do it because I didn't hit the correct piece. I can never remember what's the backup. Backup is H. There we go. So there's the pigs. We'll do some sheeps over here. But yeah, it just seems to make that the placing the actual animal pens a little bit easier doing it this way, I find. So just bring it away from the pen and then take it in. See, apart from that one where I just misplaced with the piggies, every single one has been placed down perfectly. Now I'm pretty sure that the chickens should be fine. You're lurking, no problems, bud. Go for a lie down. And thanks for bringing your peeps in. Right, there's that. Yes, oops, didn't mean to do that. It's bump over here. We're gonna actually come down to the vehicle shop, which is there, and we're gonna grab a truck and trailer. Let's use the man truck. It's got a little bit more oomph, I find. So we'll buy you. And we'll grab my animal trailer. We'll go with the version 2. Obviously, if you guys haven't got this updated, make sure to do it. Obviously, it does have a second trailer in there now. It's been there for a while, and it actually doubles the amount of animals that you can hold in there. And I also have some nice color options in here. I like the black one, in my honesty. And obviously, this will also transport chickens, so makes life so much simpler. There we go. There's that. So the last thing I need now is a butcher shop. Because that's basically what we came over here for. So there's the butcher shop. And we'll shove this down. Right over... Actually, yeah. Right there will be fine. Then I can drive straight out from the animal dealer straight into the butcher. Oakley dokley. The nice thing, as I'm testing, I can do out of cab view. Ha! There we go. But yeah, the main reason I want the animal pens down is so that there was somewhere that the animals could technically go for this test. Obviously, it wouldn't allow me to buy the animals if I don't have a pen down, so yes. But yeah, obviously on my Trello, obviously you got this Wilson animal trailer. There is also a Noah animal trailer as well. It's a little bit smaller, so if you're just starting out and you want to get chickens and maybe some sheep, that is probably going to be the better option for just starting out. Actually, I'll show that in just a sec as well. That's in my category as well. So come into here, my category, And there is the Noah. Right there. The Fleagle Noah, right there. There's only one, but I think it's fine just for you guys to start out. Obviously, it will hold 6 cows, 13 pigs, 13 sheep, and up to 86 goats. And remember, not goats, chickens. Also remember, the sheep double up with the goats, and the water buffaloes double up with the cows. So it's you can get all the animals in there as well. So the only thing that won't go in there at the minute is horses. Same with this trailer. There we go, there we go, there we go, go. Actually, I don't know why I put 2 cow pens down if I was going to do it this way. Oops. Oh well. I only needed the one, but oh well. Ready. So, let's start off with some moo cows. Ooh, hello. Oh, look. See, train just got off of the map. And I bet I know exactly which train it is as well. So it's not going to be that one. I highly doubt it's this one, but I am 100% sure it's this one that comes to this train station right here has the issue. I might have to look at the splines to see if they can be adjusted. Right, let's see. Did I have... Yes. So, hopefully we can get some animals into this. So, Arky. 18 months. Cows. Yes. We'll just grab a load of these. We're going to load it up by... There we go. I took a while ago, I took a screen print of the CM Meat Market, the display at the end there, that has all the animal ages. So I've actually got that up on one of my monitors, and I'm kind of cheating now. Right then, so there we go. So that's going to be the moo cows. Oh, stop. Right, Arky. So yeah, we want all you guys to go in to move to butcher. That is fine. So there's that. We'll get that active in a little while. So we'll go grab some pigs and some sheep. Heck, why not? We'll grab some goats while we're at it as well. We'll fill it right up with each, and we'll do some chickens as well. Alright, we'll stop that there. So cows are in. Oh crap. I'm gonna have to do the pigs a different way. And the sheep's... Okay, we're gonna have to grow some of these guys up. Dang it! Dang it! Okay. Don't you just hate when that happens? Don't you just hate it? Let's come into here. We're going to buy a load of sheeps. We need to run it through. Let's see, 6 months. Dang you. Actually, no. I have to get some food brought up here as well. So there's the sheeps. Oh, I didn't do one for goats, did I? Actually, goats are a sub of sheep, so that would be fine. The pigs need to go up a little bit as well, but by about 3 months. So, dang you, JD. Let's grab a load of them. We'll fill that up. There we go. Right, let's grab a couple of trailers and grab a couple of these guys. Big capacity. Buy one. Buy two. One for pig food, one for sheep. We've got the cows in there at the minute, so that's fine. And as we're on the testing, we'll go with this little dude. Big engine. Oh, we'll do 2, should we? It's the only time you're going to see me using John Deere's is when I'm testing. Here we go. Actually, let's go with that one. Right then, so that can be the pig food, I think. There we go. And we'll just do some grass for the other one. Good old follow me, gotta love it. Oh, that's the point. Should I put the... But yeah, hopefully Mr. Darius Frost got a shout out. If you're not following him, make sure to click on his link, give him a follow, guys. And is my button going to work? Come on, come on. Yeah. We'll give him another shout out because he's such an awesome streamer. He also loves to mod with in Farming Simulator as well. So yeah, definitely go over and check him out, guys. And let's do, while we're driving up, we'll do one for Viking Streaming, Madeira, Mr. Miller, Mamadou, Coffee Man, Farmer Marks, myself. Oh my god, terrible. Oh, I didn't realise it would do me as well. Oh, that's crazy. Green Thumb Farmer and PJ. So yeah, if you're not following any of those guys, make sure to click on their links, give them a follow. You're very, very welcome. I clicked on my button and I didn't expect it to actually give me a shout out as well, but it did. That's crazy. Oh no, 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 stop, 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 stop. What the heck? I really did not expect that at all. Right then. So you can go fill up the I was going to say chickens there for a minute, the sheep. And the nice thing is, with this being in this trigger, it should... Now, is this going to take grass? It should do, shouldn't it? Or is it hay this has to go in? Obviously, I usually do hay. I might have to change this in a sec. Oh yeah, there we go. That's fine and dandy. That'll keep feeding that through the couple of months. Hello, piggies. Hello. You always do grass? Yeah. I just wasn't quite hitting the trigger right there. That's all it was. Ready. And let's fill up the piggy wiggies. But one thing I would like to see being added into these pens again is the water. Adding in the water like we did in 19. That would be nice. There we go. Right. That's fine. What I can do is, as I've got some cows in here at the minute, we can get these guys being processed. So we'll open up the main menu. So we'll come into here. So open production menu. Also we're going to be... So the nice thing is, from the looks of it, when you place down a new production, it automatically sets it to keeping, which should keep the pallets within the production. So looking at this, we have at least 25 pallets worth of storage in this production alone. So let's activate that. And Chase Dagoat 35, thank you very much for that follow. Much appreciated and welcome in. And let's get this going. So technically what should happen is when this gets up to 1,000 litres per product, it should not spawn any pallets out with it set to keeping. Now obviously once we then set it to distributing, it should distribute, and spawn, it should spawn. That is literally how Giants should, I think, in my opinion, have the production set up as. But for some weird reason, they don't do it. And thank you very much for the lurk there, Mr. Viking. So here comes the first pallet now. Nothing spawning, and obviously as you've seen, it was set to keeping, which is nice. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is slow that time down. And it's come into here. So, let's have a look. So, what I can do is, instead, I was going to say put down barrel logistics, but it's a bit big really for the minute. What I am going to do is put down one of these triggers, not anywhere near the butcher. Let's shove it over here for the minute. So somewhere under there is a trigger. Let's just clear that a minute. There we go. It's just so you can see where it is. So obviously this is the one that usually goes onto the spawn area. Now obviously that's all the way over there. So I should be able to now come into here. Go into the production menu itself. And what we'll do is set one product to distribute, which should go to this. Basically, this is storage now. Yep, okay. And we'll see if we can get some distributing over to that. So we'll set that to change that to what are we doing? So this is going to be ground beef. We'll set that to distributing. We'll set that one to distributing. And I think it was sausages as well. We're going to set that to spawn. I think it's pepperoni as well, if I remember rightly, is the other one, but I don't think that's even close enough. But we'll bring that back up and we'll keep an eye on this. So ground beef and steak are the first ones to get at least one pallet's worth. And as you've seen, it's literally just distributed. No pallets have spawned out. So let's drop that down again. And if we come into the menu again, we'll go to here. And there you go. It is actually distributed now. So ground beef has distributed. The steak has distributed over. Which is nice. So that is how it should be, finally. So, okay, I can confirm, looking at it. Actually, let me set all of them to distribute rather than spawning. We'll change the output. We will change that to distribute. And I'm pretty sure that is the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4 products, yeah. Let's up that again. And there you go. So that is now distributed all 4 products. Looking at it, 2 there. So we've got ground beef in here, we have pepperoni, we have sausages, we have steak. And you can see it's actually distributing as we're chatting right here. So it's actually distributing from the butcher, so it is actually working with the cows. Obviously, you still got to go through to the pigs and the sheep in a minute. So definitely working. You're testing the mod as well, okay? Yeah, obviously the big thing is with the butcher, not all of the products are distributed for some weird reason. Obviously, I think the only one I had was chickens distributing for myself. Actually, what I can do, let's do a chicken pen as well. Actually, while we're at it, just to doubly make sure. I'll keep it as is. I'm not really too worried about it. There we go. Right, so cows should be fine. The buffalo should be fine because they're both cows. So that should work with the buffalo. So the next thing would obviously be the pigs to test once they're of age. The sheep as of age. So then it's just the chickens. So the chickens need to be minimum 6 months. Okay, so we can grab a handful of them. We'll buy that. Well, that's interesting that the cows and the chicken you can literally buy and take straight to the butcher. I didn't even realise that. That is terrible. Oh well. See, I would have had that so they're all set, so you have to keep them at least a couple of in-game months and then have to bring them over. I don't know. But there we go. So let's get them into there. Move to butcher. Okie dokie. So we've got some chickens in there now, so we can get that up and running. Open the menu. Now with the chickens, I'm going to keep them on keeping. I want to manually spawn some out when I've got some chicken fillets, just to test, and then I will set it to distribute whatever's left over. And obviously I'm not doing anything, I'm not transporting any pallets, so you're seeing this live, guys, so bear that one in mind. And the nice thing is that's just basically a storage at the minute. It doesn't even have a spawn trigger connected to it. Now, if I remember rightly, the piggies were 6 months, so it's 3. Yeah, so they should be up in a minute. There we go. And I just got to crash it, and yes, I am. Hopefully I can get all this done in the next 20 minutes, because, yeah, I got stuff to do, unfortunately, in a little while. Oh, come on. Straight up, straight up. So going off just the cows anyway, I would say that all of the animals should, in theory, distribute now, product-wise, out of the butcher shop, which is kind of nice. Should be how it was set up originally, but for some weird reason the script only allowed one product to be distributable from the butcher factory. Hey, I can get rid of that guy now, if need be. So obviously I've got this set to keeping, so that is literally keeping all those pallets in there. So I've got 6 pallets of chicken fillets all stored up in the butcher factory. It's not coming out at all, which is quite nice. But obviously I can come into here if I wanted to. I could go to chicken fillet. I can set it to 7 pallets to spawn. Click select and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spawn out if I wanted them. Nice. 2, 4, 6, 7. That, yeah, this is literally how it should have been freaking set up in my opinion to start off with the giants. Giants, come on, put your fingers out your butts. get this in game, base game. Right, so we've got to change this to chicken fillet, chicken fillet, chicken fillet. Right there, we're going to select that to distribute. So that should now go over to the storage on the hour. There it goes. So once again, I haven't moved anything, but in here we currently have 17,000 litres of chicken fillet. We've got some ground beef, we've got some pepperoni, got some sausages, and we got some steaks. So we've got pigs and sheep still to go. So far, so good. And let me sort my screen out a sec so I can see everybody. Ebha. Oh, I'm not sure how I pronounce that name, but how are you doing over on YouTube? Welcome. We were just testing the production storage mod by Braven that was just released on the in-game mod hub today. Obviously, one of the big things is we've had a bit of an issue with the butcher factory on this map, so it's a pain. But looking at it with this new mod, we'll actually be able to distribute from the butcher factory properly to where things need to go. Right, let's see. Okay, so they're up to 5 months, so 1 more month to go, and we should be good to go. Very hard because fertilizer products doesn't have a fill type, Farmer Mark, so it cannot be transported. Basically, all the products that go into it make it, and you cannot get them back out. Which is why I didn't really want to set it too high on each of the capacities. But yes, technically if it had a fill plane or something like that, or could be loaded into, say, a trailer or tanker, I could add a trigger into it. But it depends on what you want to take it out of that storage. How are those sheepies doing as well? So you're up to 10 months, so that's fine. So we've got another 4 months on the sheep. 1 more month, or actually just through the night actually, for the piggies. And then we can get these guys tested. Actually, to be honest, rather than to fast forward, I could have quite easily just put down a little house, couldn't I? And run through. Oh no, that's productions. I want. Is it these ones? Yes. See, I could do something like this. Sleep through to 8 o'clock. There we go. See, that's a lot easier. So, if these are now 6-month-old piggies, we should be good to go. 6 months, yep. We'll move that lot to trailer. Groovy. There we are. So we'll get this into the butcher. We'll do a quick test as well on these. So same thing again. What we'll do is we'll load the pigs in. We'll obviously it's already set to keeping, but what I'll do is I'll go through. I'll set the pigs production to distribute, and if they go over as well, it should be good to go. So open that up, move to butcher, We don't really need too many of each product, but if we've got at least a pallet of each, we'll be fine. So we need like bacon, we need ham. So let's come into here. And so pig production, or there, and pig processing, should say. We'll change the output of them to, there we go. So we'll set that to distribute. We'll set that to distribute. We'll set that one to distribute. 1, 2, 3. Also, you also get sausages and pepperoni from pork, the pigs as well. So 5 products. So here we go. See how this goes. We'll up that, and what I'll do is I'll grab some more piggies. It won't distribute to your blue seed maker or the yellow fruit silo. Nope. Well, unless it has a custom product called fertilizer products in the mod, then no, it won't. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, because they're set up a specific way. There we go. Yeah, that silo's mainly designed to distribute to things like the orchards and anything else that take fertilizer product. So yeah, as an actual fill type. Yeah, obviously if you want to do the individual products yourself, you have to do them obviously manually into other things. Come on, stop, 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 stop. Douche, douche, douche. Yeah, if you have a look at like the large orchards or any of the orchards, in the XML it has fertilizer product is the main item. So when you add in your manure, your slurry, you digest it, it automatically gets changed into a new product called fertilizer product. So yeah, so obviously if you've got a fertilizer maker or a seed maker, they would also need that particular product added in as an input product. But yeah, just wasting a little bit of time. Here we go. Wow. Look at all that wool being made already. Yeah. There we go. And let's get this backed up ready. I think, what did we say? That was 14 months? Yeah, for a sheep. So I think we've got another couple of in-game months to go through quickly. And we can get these sheeps over to the butchers. Oh, not quite getting it there. Let's have a look, see what we're up to so far. We're on 12, so we've got to go through 2 months. Looking at that. Okay. But let's have a little look. How's the butcher doing? So obviously, the pig products are now set to distribute, so that nothing. So your ham, bacon, and pork. So bacon is here. We have ham, and we have pork. So far so good. Everything is distributed. So that just leaves mutton and chevron or however you want to pronounce it. So obviously the sheep and goat meat to come over. So yeah, definitely good. So let's go through overnight. And let me just double check. Yeah, one more night. I'm not too worried about the wool. That's fine. It's just testing. So this should now be good. Let's drop that time down. We're going to have a little bit of snow to start off with. 40 months. There we go. Grooving. So we'll come into here. We'll grab a trailer load of sheep. And this will do the last two products that we need. So obviously this is going to be the mutton and the chiffon. Obviously, actually we could do be nice when we get... Oh, lag. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's crazy. Snow, go away. uh, what was I going to say? Yeah. So yeah, you get your obviously mutton from your sheep. It would be nice later on if we could get, say, lamb chops or something like out of it, or a joint of lamb or something. That'd be quite nice. And then obviously you got your chiffon, which comes from your goat meat. Technically, if you really wanted to go that little extra hog, you could literally go in, add horse meat as well. I know in some countries that's a delicacy. Not sure myself, but okay. There we go, so we'll get that into here. So the final animals are in. I'm not going to worry too much about the chickens right now. Well, I've done the chickens, didn't I? So, thinking about it. So we'll come into here, we'll get this last line active. So we're going to be finally onto the sheep's active. We're going to change the output products. So the last things to get distributed are going to be that and the mutton. There we go. So as you can now see, every product is set to distributing. Obviously the only 7 pallets that is spawned out is the ones that I have done manually, which is the chicken fillets, which is good. So finally we've just got the sheep's to do. So let's up that time one more time. We'll run it through. And looking at it, you technically no longer need to have the butcher shop add-on trigger placed down now. So if you've got it, you can actually now go through, set the butcher itself to distributing, and it should distribute to where it needs to go, which is great. It really is. It's great. Right, let's have a little look. So we'll come in here. So we do have some chiffon in here, and we have some mutton. So everything is distributing. Hooray! Ooh. Gold Masters. So if this works, I wonder if things like the Gold Masters work to distribute the gold flakes and the clean fill now then as well. Ooh. Because technically you should be able to, because it brings up each individual product. But anyway, so yeah, so with the butcher shop now, it will distribute with the new production storage mod, which is great. We've just literally done a live test right here, right now. You can see it's actually going up as we're at it. I haven't moved nothing around, which is great. I'm actually going to save this for another day to play around with. And I'm going to quickly load up my save game. I'm going to do a little quick look around at the Gold Masters to see if that will do what I think it should do. Because that is then going to save you actually needing that entire mod. So let's get that going. That is kind of cool if it does. So anything that has a sub-product technically now should be able to be distributed without needing additional mods. Oh, I like it. Cool. And I even thought about that earlier when the mod was announced to be coming out. Obviously, now that this mod is out, they'll probably do some fine tweaks. But what you'll probably find now is they'll start working more and more on the revamp mod to get that brought over. Yes, Hectate. Oh, did I not pin it? Dang it. On the in-game mod hub, Mr. Braven, who did the production revamp mod, has put out a production storage control mod, it's called. Copy. There it is. Let me pin that just for the last little bit. Obviously, for me, that does seem to be working fine. You just got here, oh, late, okay, that's fine. But yeah, it's just literally dropped today on the in-game mod hub. Make sure to grab it. You can now set your productions to keep, which will store the pallets in the production itself until the production is full. Then it'll probably just shut down. You can manually spawn out your pallets now at the production and select how many pallets you want to spawn out, which is a really good thing back. In addition, with obviously you probably know about the butcher shop having issues distributing the products direct from it. What you can now do is set it to distributing on all product lines, and it will distribute direct from the butcher. So no more spawning the pallets out and then put them into another trigger to distribute out. Now the other thing I just literally thought of is like the Gold Master. Let's get rid of that bleaking thing. Now, so over here, obviously I have my. Nope, I don't want that one. I want that one. We're going to come over here. So here's my little Gold Masters. They are up and running, kind of. Oh yeah, that's what I want. So if we come into the menu here, we'll open up the production menu. We'll click on that. So obviously that does say distributing. Let's click on change. So you do now have an option for the gold flakes. Just click on the gold flakes, set that to distributing, and what should now happen, if I was to come into here, I'm going to do a quick test actually. We'll take it off of this particular one, and hopefully I can get it. It'll be the bigger trigger there, so we'll sell that one. And we will sell that one. So right now, this one here is set to distribute, so nothing should be going over to the steel mill from this one. I'm going to keep this one set to spawning. Just come into here and make sure of that. We'll change that. But yeah, the clean fill is set to distributing. And the gold flake to spawn. Actually, I'm going to keep that one on keep. Change that a sec. Keep that. We'll keep that. There we go. Right, let's speed up time a wee bit. Hopefully I've got enough products in this. Didn't even check it, to be honest. 54, yeah, that should be fine. So we'll up that a little bit. Now see, this one is set to distributing only. So when that's got enough gold, if we open up the steel factory a minute, come over here. I'll keep an eye on that number there. So the gold flake, there we go. So that's being processed. So keep an eye on that gold flake for just the moment. If that number changes, technically that gold flake should be distributed over here. And if I'm right, it should be. You know what would be a right pain is if that gold master has run out of products in it. And it's not distributing over. Right, so that's 0. Gold flake is at 49, 47. Okay, that's just looks like it's just gone. Actually, that's got that number. The gold bar is changing number-wise, so it could be processing literally straight away, which is something. So looking at it, it is going over there. Actually, I've got an idea. I've got an idea, peeps. Let me go over to here a sec. We'll come into here, enter you, because yep, there we go. So oh, it's definitely coming over. See, there's one spawned out. There's another. So yeah, so it's definitely distributing. So just make sure to go into the menu, guys, once you've added the mod. So come into here, find your gold masters. Obviously I've only got 2 down, so it shouldn't be too hard to find them. Here you go. So there you go. So we've got that one set to keep, that one set to distribute. Come into here, change it, select the product, make sure it's set to distributing, and same with that. And that will then send your gold flakes and your clean fill to where it needs to go, hopefully then. One sec, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody came to the door asking for money. It's not good. Charities, they're terrible. Bad timing, that's for sure. Let's see. Sorry, and I also dropped a load of pens and stuff, so that didn't help either. Ooh, heck, come here, come here, come here. But that is very, very cool. There we go. My phone just finally catching up and reconnecting. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, right. So let me crash this because obviously I don't want it to save with jumping on so far. So there we go. So you get to see my lovely desktop for just a minute while I wrap things up. What silo do you have in the mining area? So that is my little mining silo, Rusty Nail. You can put in products from the mine and basically set up to distribute if you wanted, or storing. But that is up on my Trello. So I've come up over here to placeables, scroll on down. It's this one right here. That is what I've got in. Obviously, this will also take sand and gravel and convert it to gravel fill, which can be used in the Piev's concrete factory. But also, you can also add in it manually as well if you wanted to. So yeah, nothing spectacular, but it is what it is. But yes, I am going to be definitely checking out that mod a little bit more myself later on. But for now, I unfortunately do have to jump off. I have carers' responsibilities, pills and all that to sort out for tomorrow. Ugh. So let's get over to the ending screen and say a big huge thank you to all you guys for coming out. Much appreciated. Thank you to Mr. Darius Frost for that Mahusif raid earlier on. Love it, love it, love it. Hey, Mr. JD. Oh, JD fan. If you're still there on YouTube, on the in-game mod hub, the production storage mod by Braven has finally been released, and it will distribute products from the Butcher Factory to wherever they need to without needing that additional trigger now. Very cool. I love it. Literally just spent the last half an hour to an hour testing it. But yes, loving it. Anywho, and oh yeah, Mr. Coffeeman 101, thank you as well for the raid. Much appreciated. So, I have no idea who is out there in the world of Twitch, but right now, for you guys over on YouTube, I am going to call it there. Also, we'll be back again on... where the heck are we? Wednesday. Same time, same place. But yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind tuning into YouTube as well, it would definitely help me out during the live streams, and even if you can catch some of the videos afterwards, be great. But for now, I will say goodbye to you guys over on YouTube. Have a great one, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye for now.